might want to close that.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town on 99.7, 1450 WHTC and WHTC.com.
We welcome you back to WHTC's Talk of the Town for this Tuesday, July 7th. I'm Gary Stevens. Glad to be back. Thanks to Peg McNichol taking care of things while I was off an extra day. And we will get the podcast of our chat with Zeeland Mayor Kevin Kleinstra on our website at WHTC.com in a few minutes, probably while you listen to Patty Vandenberg at the bottom of the hour with What's New Around Holland. I'll put the podcast up, and then we'll have the Zoom conversation, as they say, rendered. We'll render it a good forecast, a good Zoomcast for you, and we'll have it the link to it on our webpage a little bit later on today. But Tuesday mornings, we spend our 10 o'clock hour talking about yard and garden items, things you want in your yard and garden, things you don't want in your yard and garden, about the birds as well, with the master gardener, Jan Meeuwsen. She is with DeBruyn Seed on Washington and Elm in downtown Zeeland. She's on the other end of our Google Meet connection. Good morning, Jan.
Good morning, Gary.
Glad you are with us. And if you have a question for Jan, no, we're not going to put you in the Google Meet. We will have you take it. Call us at 395-1450, 395-1450. Before we get started, I want to bring up this topic once again because it is that time of year. I'm going to play the spot, Jan, and then we'll talk about it.
It doesn't take a brain surgeon to know ticks suck. But what you might not know is that they don't just suck blood way out in the woods. Those creepy little bugs can be anywhere, all year long. And I do mean little. They can be smaller than the head of a pin. But big trouble comes in these small, gross packages. Even a tiny tick can make you super sick. So what's the most important tip to avoid getting bit? Well, duh, pay attention. Remember, ticks can be just about anywhere outdoors. Then, spray attention with an EPA-registered insect repellent. Wearing long socks and other protective clothing is a good idea too. When you come back inside, shower. And always remember, check for ticks everywhere. And if you do get a tick bite, don't panic. Tell an adult. And visit ticksuck.org to learn how to remove it properly. Ticks suck, but being outdoors shouldn't. Go to ticksuck.org for more information. Ticksuck.org.
Gotta deal with the ticks.
Yes. They're out there. They're out in force this year. Yes. It's always good to do that tick check every time you come in. Even if you just go for a walk in the yard, they're out there, folks. Don't think that it's a thing says just in the woods. They're out there. They love long grass. So anywhere you see long grass, be really hyper vigilant. And as I said, they're really small. You got to check for them. Check for them on your animals. Make sure you put your animals on tick and flea prevention. That will help a lot, but you can't be on that. So you have to do a tick check every time you come in. Very important. Go out there in your yard, get it home defense, spray around. Make sure you don't have those ticks.
Yeah, indeed. I from time to time, I do want to bring that up because we talk about insects, mosquitoes, which is, of course, starting to become more of a problem as we get further along in the summer. But ticks as well, Lyme disease. That's the big thing that we have to be concerned about with the ticks because they do carry that and could cause some issues.
Big issues, not just little issues. Lyme disease can be fatal, actually. So we do need to keep an eye out for it. I know people will bring ticks in for us to identify. Deer ticks are worse than dog ticks. The brown dog ticks usually don't carry Lyme disease or anaplasmosis, but the deer ticks do, and there's a difference. So we can tell here if you want to really know what kind of tick you got, but just get rid of them in your yard and anywhere you might walk with your animals. Just get them out of there.
395-1450 if you got a question about yard and garden topics or insects or things that you need to get out of the yard. We went through our award category during WHTC Morning News and the Garden Party. If you missed the award category, you can pick up the podcast at WHTC.com. But the boys of summer are the insect of the week, the Colorado potato beetle, the cucumber beetle, and the squash bug. Are they like the Asian beetle? You know, if you squish them, it stinks. If you squash the bug,
no,
those
you
bugs.
don't have to worry about that stinks. They're usually kind of big, hefty bugs. So squishing them, you know, takes a little work to do. So we don't want that to happen. So
By the way,
yeah.
if you need to talk to Jan, don't call DeBruyn Seed. Call us at 395-1450, 395-1450. We also talked about crabgrass city limits and nutgrass city limits, as well as our weeds of the week.
Yes.
Not
They're
nut bush,
everywhere,
but
folks.
nutgrass. Yes.
Yes, they're everywhere it's like every lawn's got them right now.
Yep, and we also talked about Superman and the Mole Men, trying to get rid of the moles, and a little bit of rethrite, and the Milorganite Sale, which is the best news of the week.
That is the absolute best news of the week. $6.99 a bag until Saturday. Yep, it's a good sale.
Unfortunately, I didn't get this gag up in time, so I'm just going to have to try to do my best I don't know. I can do my best June Foray impression. June Foray, by the way, was the voice of Rocket J. Squirrel in Rocky and Bullwinkle, because we have the DeBruyn newsletter in front of us, and we have the side column called Ask Ms. Know-It-All, instead of Mr. Know-It-All that Rocky used to introduce Bullwinkle at. So let's ask Miss Know-It-All. Talking about keeping grass in the shady yard. Starts out okay, then in the summer it just fades away. Frustrated.
Yes, and most people have that same frustration in the shade. Grass seed does need sunlight, at least some sunlight, all grass seed. So, you know, if you could trim some branches, get some sun down there, it will be better. We have a lot of people that just treat grass seed as an annual, and every spring they plant grass seed, and by the fall it's gone. So then the next spring they plant it. Do it every year. We have people that come in every year for that, or, you know, cut down the limbs, get some sunlight going in there. 4 to 6 hours a day is all they're asking for. Or replant it with something like myrtle or pachysandra that actually likes to be in the shade. Now, those are your options.
395-1450. Good morning. You're on the line with the master gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Hi, can you tell me when I can fertilize my asparagus and what to use on it? I'll hang up and listen.
I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Asparagus is usually fertilized first thing in the spring with an equal number fertilizer, like a 10-10-10 or a 12-12-12. But that's usually first thing in the spring. So don't really have to do anything to it right now, except watch it just kind of grow into the great big fronds or whatever fluffy things. Yes.
395-1450, 395-1450. Yesterday, and Holly pointed out, I had to take her to the doctor, where we were at over in Byron Center. Big, high, tall plants, about 6 feet high, but they weren't sunflowers, but they had a yellow, it's almost like an oversized, yeah, I wouldn't say it was a sunflower, but it's a little bit smaller. I wish I could, I should have taken a photo of it.
Should have taken a photo of it, but it was probably there's all kinds of decorative sunflowers out there right now that are not as tall as the great big thing and have multiple flower heads on them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the big thing right now is the decorative sunflowers. Everybody plants those.
I mean, this was in a wild area. It was not in a groomed area.
Oh, well, then I'm not quite sure. You should have taken a picture so I could see it.
I was driving, kind of.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
You can multitask.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. By the way, the St. Mary's Southwest campus, off of Byron Center and 64th, if you want to check them out, maybe you can send the photos to Jan as well. 395-1450, 395-1450. We got more on the newsletter I want to bring up. During the COVID-19 situation, DeBruyn stayed open because it was deemed an essential business, but you did banner work, you being DeBruyn Seed, did banner business and sending things out.
Yes,
just the numbers. Did. Just the numbers. And Ken get the calculator working to take some of those numbers of what you sold and what went out.
Yeah, we sold 16,500 pounds just of green bean seed.
Not lima bean seed? Just green bean?
No, this is just green bean seed. So, yeah.
Yeah. Pea seed, sweet corn seed sold, asparagus roots, seed potatoes. Ugh, lots of seed. Good morning. You're on the line with the master gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Good morning. Just curious, what do you use to remove, put down to remove the ticks out of your lawn and backwoods? And then just another comment, don't take a picture while you're driving. I did that, and I happened to receive a $400 ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, Holly could take a picture.
Yeah, maybe that would have been nice, but yeah. Well, we'll see what we can do about that, and maybe find out what that tall plant really was. But
but what to put down for ticks? I would use the Home Defense. We have sprays, or you have granules that you can put on the lawn. You can take that spray and you can cover the bushes. You can cover any grass or whatever you've got behind the house too. The Home Defense works extremely well, and it will last up to 3 months. So yes, get rid of those ticks and encourage the possums in there, because possums eat ticks. So we'd like to see possums.
Yeah. Raccoons, not so much.
No, they don't eat ticks, but possums do.
395-1450, 395-1450. The theme of the newsletter was lawn trek, Star Trek type theme.
Star Trek time, yes.
Yeah. And you had photos of the staff in various Star Trek. For the most part, Star Trek, although one decided to be Buzz Lightyear. Okay, fine. There's always one that has to be out of,
There's always one that has to be odd man out. Yes.
You could have, I don't know whether or not Captain Picard would have been appropriate, but or maybe Odo or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
That whole universe there. Anyway, by the way, if you got a question for the master gardener, Jan Meeuwsen, she'll be happy to take it at 395-1450, 395-1450. Although the shuttlecraft.
Yes.
With the DeBruyn Seed van instead of the shuttlecraft.
Pretty good, huh?
Not bad.
Yes.
There's a couple other things I want to bring up as well. Some other things. You can join the conversation at 395-1450. Good morning. You're on the line with the master gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Yes, I just heard you speaking about animals. What do I do with 5 big fat raccoons that are living underneath my neighbor's utility building?
Do they
damage anything? Do I need to do anything?
Well, I don't think you can really do anything on your neighbor's property, but
it's right behind mine, so they connect. They just happen to be living, I think, underneath his building.
Yeah. Well, they will be they'll be dispersing soon. The family will disperse once the youngsters are grown. But that just adds 5, it adds more raccoons to the neighborhood.
And we're downtown Holland City.
Oh, that's good. Well, trapping them, live trap is always a good idea. If you can get the mother, you usually can get the children quite easily.
They're all almost the same size now. They're all great big fat animals.
Well,
I don't know how they get under there.
So one at a time, you're going to have to trap them and get them on out.
Would mothballs work, Jan?
Not really. They kind of just throw them out and that's it.
Should I just leave them? I mean, if they're not going to damage anything or put more holes, I mean, whatever they're doing to his building, he knows they're there and he doesn't do anything. So I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's going to be more his building that's going to be a problem than yours. So I would, just leave them for right now. Yeah.
Because one neighbor had the 5 raccoons and the other one had 3 great big skunks.
Yeah.
So I'm in a good area, I guess.
Oh, really? Good grief.
Yeah, and they're both neighbors' utility buildings, and like I said, I don't know how they get under there because there's not much room.
Yeah, they really need to address that issue. Yes, because it's going to ruin their utility building, I would think. So,
I would think so. But
quick question,
it's not mine.
Jan, would Animal Stopper be effective in that regard?
I would spray it all around my property. Yeah, I wouldn't want them coming in. So I would try some sort of animal stopper around there, liquid fence or something. Yeah, keep them away
Maybe
from
I'll
you.
try it on the property line or something.
Yeah. Don't cross this line.
Otherwise,
like
they
when you're a
will
kid.
disperse. You're thinking.
Yeah, they will disperse them. They're usually solitary during the winter, and then they get those families in the summer. That's why you always see the little families running around. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's usually about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, they're early morning and then again in the evening. Yeah.
Okay, but at least the raccoons aren't going to, put this beautiful perfume on me that skunks will. I haven't dared to do anything with the skunks.
You can mind trap them too.
My one neighbor didn't believe me, so that one morning I put him on my phone, and she says, "I can't believe this." I said, "I know you couldn't. That's why I thought I would show you." Okay,
Well,
I
that's
think
what we
maybe
get.
I'll just wait. I don't know where they're going to disperse to because we have no woods here. I mean, it's all houses.
You've got
So
other
we'll just
utility
see what happens
buildings and garages and sheds, and you've probably got plenty of chickens in people's backyards they can eat. So, yeah,
we don't
they're
have
probably.
I live downtown Holland.
Oh, you'd be surprised how many chickens are around.
Even if it is downtown. All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
395-1450, 395-1450. Jan, you were gracious enough not only send your notes, but also sending the, volume 220 of the Backyard Sanctuary?
Yes, we send out a newsletter 4 times a year.
Okay.
Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Yep.
Okay, so 200. That means the brine seed's been around for a while.
I've been doing this for quite a while. Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to say how long, but
don't even go there.
Yeah. But the theme was lawn trek this time around. And how can people get involved? Get these newsletters.
Oh, they can just come to the store and just either give me your email address or give me your address. I've actually got a little box in the store that you can just fill out the little paper, drop it in the box, and I'll gladly put you on our mailing list. Yes, you bet.
Okay. Reason you can, I'm mentioning this, and I'll explain in a second. We've got to get to a call. Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Yes, for the lady with the problems in Holland. I would use fly bait and a non-diet Pepsi.
Just regular Pepsi?
Yeah, regular Pepsi. Don't use diet.
Okay, because they don't like that. Maybe Pepsi Zero, because that's a different thing. I don't know.
I do. Guaranteed to work. I'd be interested to know how far they got away.
I appreciate the call. 395-1450. What about Coca-Cola?
Well, that's a non-labeled use of something, so I can't condone it. So I have to stick by labels for things.
Mm-hmm.
So yep.
Maybe RC. I don't know. Anyway,
root beer. I don't know.
Just some sort of other, different type of cola. Maybe get it from Aldi's. I don't know. Anyway, 395-1450, 395-1450. Reason why I mentioned about the newsletter So I see a coupon. Maybe I might have to use it. $2 off the humbug feeder.
You bet. Yes.
Okay. New
That's
experience.
the one you
feeding-
put the banana in it. Yeah. Let
Okay.
it rot and then attract the hummingbirds with all the fruit flies. You bet.
Okay. Well, problem is you got to make sure it stays away so you don't attract the fruit flies into the home. You want the hummingbirds there, not the fruit flies.
Yes, yes. You don't want them in the house with you. Not really. No.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, there's a coupon off, $2 off if you sign up for the DeBruyn newsletter and Home Defense, the Ortho Home Defense. Save $3 on a coupon. That's good.
Oh, it's a good deal. Yes.
That's a good deal. Your employee of the month is not actually an employee. Tell us about it.
Well, the employee of the month this month, and it is chosen because how popular it is or whatever, and it's the 40-pound bags of topsoil is the employee of the month. Yes, it has been a hardworking thing. We have sold 60,000 pounds of just bags of topsoil this spring, so it has been a hard worker for us.
1,500 bags, according to Ken's numbers.
Yes. Yep.
And then there was a ode to dirt. What is this? Submitted. Our thanks to Mr. Butternut for the. What is that cat doing? Writing
He's
poems.
writing poems. What can we say?
Oh boy, 39514. By the way, I've only seen His Highness just a little bit today, so I think he was going back downstairs.
I think he went downstairs because there's people, and he can get petted and adored if he's right down there on the counter.
Paying homage to Mr. Butternut.
Yes.
Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Yes, I had some petunia plants out at Pilgrim Home Cemetery, and they were broken off at the stem. Would you have any idea what might have happened to them, like if a deer ate them or something like that?
I don't think there's too many deer out there. It could have been a squirrel, actually. They like to do that sort of thing. That would be my first thought.
Is there any way to prevent it? Like if there's something you can spray on them, or do they like other things besides petunias, like geraniums or something like that?
Yeah, it's hard telling because some years my squirrels, bug some of my plants, and other years they don't even go near them. So you could definitely spray them with squirrel stopper to keep the squirrels away. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem.
And then that wouldn't hurt the plant, right?
Does not hurt the plant, and I would spray it around the area too. Yeah.
What's that called again? Squirrel
stopper. Yep.
Oh, squirrel stopper. Okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
My husband did see a deer one morning in the cemetery, so there are deer out there.
Oh, and they'll just browse on anything, so who knows how much they'll grab.
Now, none of the plants around there were eaten, just ours, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, or it could have been the wind. It could have been a lot of things. So, yeah, just keep
I don't
up.
think it was the wind because they were broken off at the stem. There's just a bunch of stems coming out,
Yeah,
It was either vandals, which I don't think, but I think it might have been a deer or a squirrel, like you say.
Yep,
So.
yep. I'm thinking it's an animal of some sort. Yep.
All right, then. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the call. 395-1450. Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Yes, Jan, I've got a problem with knockoff roses. They came on big as life this spring, and then they started to die, and now the leaves all have spots or holes in them. What on earth happened?
Oh, you probably had rose slugs in there. And if you looked on the bottom of the leaves, you probably would have seen a little green caterpillar type thing. And that's the rose slug. It's really the immature form of a sawfly. And this spring they are out in force. So yeah, you probably had quite a few of them on your plants. There might be some left there, but kind of doubt it.
Okay, thank you.
I
Yep.
appreciate the call. 395-1450. Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
I have a question for Jan, please.
Go ahead.
Sure.
She advertises ortho granular home defense. I'm wondering if she has it in granulars.
Yes,
Home
yes.
defense.
For outside, we have it in granular form.
Great. I couldn't find it anywhere in Holland, and I've got the liquid, and that is just not as good.
Okay,
so yeah, we've got the granular. Yep.
Okay, great. I'll stop in. Thanks, Jen.
I appreciate the call. 395-1450, 395-1450. It's not hard. Let's put it this way. It's hard to miss DeBruyn seed when you drive on Washington because it's hard to miss it because they got the stuff on the outside, people running in and out, and big tent there. So keep people cool. So it's easy to spot. Just make sure, be alert, because our friend Mark Vandenbosch and our friends over at Zeeland, they're driving their high-lows across the street and all that. So you don't want to hit them. So
you don't want to hit them. No.
They're nice. You want to be nice to them. So there's plenty of things at the DeBruyn Seed, Washington, Elm, and Zeeland. Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Good morning. I was thinking of the lady who called about the petunias. I've watched the squirrels here, and they don't bother everything. In the spring, they just top off the tulips. The flowers lays right in the ground. I thought it was maybe kids, and then I saw the squirrels doing it, and I had white pine in front. And if those little stinkers, I watched them, they just snip off the ends where they're like maybe 4 or 5 inches where if it's growing, and they snip it off and watch it fall. I think they're just bored. So that's my comment, and thanks for your great show.
I appreciate the call. 395-1450, 395-1450. Reminds me of that auto insurance commercial where squirrel jumps out in front of the road, and then the car swerves to avoid it, crashes it, and then the two squirrels do a little dance.
Yes. I love that commercial.
I'm
pretty sure that's what they do.
That's maybe some actual truth in that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the serious stuff that people need to do, such as chores that need to be completed yesterday.
Yes. First one, get the tomato cages around your tomato plant. They're growing like crazy in this heat. So get those tomato plants in a cage to keep them upright, keep the branches from breaking. We have cages here, and they're the big ones because I know the plants are big now and they'll fit around them. So that's the one thing you should have done yesterday, but we still have it. This is the last week to prune back your mums that you have planted around your house. Prune them back. If they've got buds on them, just cut them off, prune them back, and then they'll be perfect in the fall. Otherwise, they're going to bloom too soon. So cut them back. This is the last week you can do that. And also apply the Bio Advanced season-long grub control. We got all month to do it, but this is the month to do it. Do it right before a rain or water your lawn well. Now, those are the 3 things you got to do.
I like the fact that if you had skunks, put this down to prevent the grubs that the skunks look for in the fall. So in other words, you want to keep the skunks away, get rid of the grubs now.
Get rid of the grubs so they won't be looking for them in your lawn. They'll go to somebody else's lawn.
Yeah, have them go down the road. Is that, you mentioned rose grubs? There's rose grubs. So what's the difference between a rose grub? Oh, slugs. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. What? They're just same old slugs, but they're just like roses, or are they a different type of slug?
Well, they're really not a slug. They're just the immature form of the sawfly, and I think they did most of their damage already. I think they've already dropped down to the ground, and then they'll pupate into the sawfly. But they were out. It was a huge population of them this spring, only because we had such a mild winter. So they're just, the knockout roses around here are just really suffering because of them. I mean, if you had problems with them, I would put a little fertilizer down around the knockout roses right now. You can spray them with like the Bear 3-in-1 to try and get rid of some of those maybe residual ones, but they're probably mostly pupating into adults right now.
Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Yeah, how far back do you do your mums?
Oh, I just trim them back. Just if you got buds on them right now, just go down to the next set of leaves and cut them right back to that.
Okay, can you keep doing that this week, or
You just this week, and then you're done, and then you can't do it because otherwise it will start to bloom in the fall, way late in the fall, and you can't have that. So
yeah, okay.
the week around July 4th.
Patients are looking sick. What
impatiens?
Do impatiens not like this hot weather?
They don't like sunshine, and yeah, they live in South Africa. I know they were there when I was there, and they're huge. So I'm thinking maybe, yeah, are they all looking bad?
Most of them.
Like really bad?
Yeah, they're looking like they kind of get, before you pull them out.
Okay, there is a virus out there that will kill them. And if you've had them in patients before in the past in that area, and it's had that area, you'll probably get it again. Unfortunately, it is a disease, and there's nothing you can do about it right now besides pull them out.
Okay, so it's in the soil then, right?
Well, it could stay in the soil, yes. So I would not plant in patients there next year at all.
Okay, there's nothing to put in that, or put all new soil in, maybe, huh?
Yeah, you could do that if you wanted. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for the call. I like your handy tip of the week, Jan. Let some of your herbs go to flower. The bees will love them.
I noticed that last year when I planted way too many herbs that I wasn't using them all, and they would just go to flower. I had no idea I had that many bees in my backyard. They absolutely love the oregano and the thyme and even the basil. So let some of your herbs just go to seed. I know that the herb isn't going to be very good anymore, but oh my goodness, the bees will say thank you.
Yeah, they'll hop out in that regard. But the other thing too is about being bee friendly.
Yeah, apply insecticide early in the morning before the bees are active. They're usually not the first things to get up in the morning. So you have a couple hours there first thing in the morning that you could apply your insecticide if you need. And remember, spray insecticide only on the leaves of the plants, not the flowers. Bees usually only go to the flowers, so if you just spray the leaves, you're fine. So be careful when you're applying your insecticides early in the morning on a still morning, and apply it foliage only, no leaves, because every product will kill a bee. Even the most organic, safest thing you think you know, like insecticidal soap, will kill a bee. So let's just do it early in the morning and only on the green parts.
Yeah, 395-1450, 395-1450. One thing that causes problems with new homeowners, especially, and I think all of us who have had homes, we've encountered this very early on, where we want to put on, especially putting on fertilizer. Or lawn fertilizer, or other things. You spread it down, and all of a sudden, you burn the lawn. It's like, what did I do? Yeah, put too much fertilizer on them. Well, I thought I put it in the little thing, spread it around, but it's called calibration of the spreader. You guys can do that at DeBruyn?
Well, if you've got your little instruction manual, we can do a Scott's or one of those spreaders like we sell. We can easily, calibrate your spreader, but it's good to do that once a year or so. It'll tell you to, set it, at a certain number and pull the thing open. And if it goes past that or not up to that number, then then it's not calibrated right. And it will show you how to it's usually very easy calibration. So when you get a new spreader, save that little book, tack it thumbnail, tack it to the garage wall or something, but you can pull it down to calibrate it because it's very important. You don't want to spread too little and you don't want to spread too much.
If I could show you a photo of the old style Scott's spreader. I mean, we're talking 1960s, 70s vintage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it's like, I didn't realize this thing had to screw that. Good morning. You're on the line with the Master Gardener, Jan Meeuwsen.
Hi, I got a lot of sunflower seeds left over, and my grandkids want to plant them. Will they amount to anything or not?
Are they meant to plant for sunflowers?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and plant them. You'll get something. This hot weather, they'll just pop out of the ground.
Okay, I was just wondering. I was going to let them plant them just for the fun of it.
Oh, I definitely would let them plant them. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate the call. 395-1450, 395-1450. And in honor of the 80th birthday of Richard Starkey, we got some beetles coming around right now. Colorado potato beetles and the cucumber beetle. What's the difference? Just because one likes potatoes and like cukes or what?
Well, they are kind of plant specific and they look different. So, the cucumber beetle usually likes to stay on the cucurbits, like the cucumbers and the squash and the melons. And the Colorado potato beetle really likes potatoes. That's the plant it likes best. Sometimes it might go to another thing in the Solanaceae family, like tomatoes, but it likes those potatoes. So you're only going to see that there. The 4-lined plant bug, hey, equal opportunity. It will go everywhere.
With that buggy story, we're out of here for this edition of the Yard and Garden Hour. Jan Meeuwsen, the Master Gardener from DeBruyn, Seed, Washington and Elm in Zeeland. You can check her out there, or you can chat with her Saturday mornings, the Yard and Garden Show, the Garden Show with Jan, here on WHTC from 11 to noon. And then she'll be back here next Tuesday. Garden Party at 8:35 and the Yard and Garden Hour at a little after 10 here on WHTC. Jan, as always, thank you very much for your time and your expertise. And we'll do this all again next week.
I think it sounds like a good idea.